Alright everyone, and hope you enjoyed that little montage. If you couldn't figure it out already, it's gonna be a little video about motion controls, and not like motion controls in general. I think that's been a conversation that's been done to death. Myself, like probably many of you, first really probably started hating motion controls around Super Mario Galaxy. You had to like waggle to like punch things, which I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't care if Mario's punching things. It's like fine, but it was bad in the sense that you went from the very worst type of motion control games, and then you had motion control just being shoehorned into video games with literally zero purpose. I mean, that could have been just the A button or Z button or really any other button, and it would have been fine. But this is a video that is actually going to try and make the argument for some motion controls. I mean, obviously, when this game comes out on PC, some people are going to prefer mouse and keyboard, and mouse and keyboard, to some degree, especially with the mouse, will be the most accurate method of controlling your bow, at least the reticle. There's an argument to be made that controller might be a little bit more specific in terms of like, you know, full 360-degree analog movement as opposed to WASD, which is pretty limited just to 8 directions. But I think what Monster Hunter Rise has done in terms of its implementation to gyro controls and its just general flow with gyro and aiming with the bow is actually extremely unique. So the only other time I've really played with gyro on in anything really was Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild did a pretty good job with it. I think I was playing the game in handheld mode, and it was fine, and I would also play with it sometimes with a Pro Controller, and it was also still fine. But, you know, you weren't, at least in the instance of Legend of Zelda, constantly using it. You know, you'd have the weird, like, move the ball around levels, and that was, I mean, I don't know, not that fun. But certainly aiming with the bow there was okay. But now in Monster Hunter Rise, not only do you have very granular control over your actual just normal bow aiming, but with the aerial aim ability, and this is a conversation we've had on stream a number of times. Check me out, twitch.tv/SDShepherd, stream every day. You know, we talk about how, what do you do when you use this ability? Because you get flung up so far vertically that if you're using just normal analog controls, you almost have to like pre-aim everything. And that's obviously, you know, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not okay. Unless you really want to go on like max sensitivity, it's pretty likely you'll end up missing that first automatic shot that comes out. But when you use gyro, and you can see, you know, every once in a while you're seeing like my move just get ever so slightly corrected. You know, that's gyro, and I don't even have it on that high of a sensitivity here. I'm on either 13 or 15, but that's all I really need it on. You know, I don't necessarily want to treat my controller like a mouse. I know some people use the gyro at like nearly max sensitivity, and they're just like wiggling their controller all over the place. That's not for me, but I do think, you know, even whether you're on Joy-Cons, whether you're on a Switch Lite, whether you're in a Pro Controller, and I think potentially even the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 controllers, because I know they've got gyro built in, assuming they're compatible with the Mayflash. Yeah, as you can see, this was a pretty fast hunt. I think a couple more tries probably could get it down. I mean, I'm sure sub 3 is no problem. There were a couple things there that I did that were funny. I think I did Dragon Piercer when I meant to cut the flash bug, and then I was looking for power coatings, but I think I was missing like nitro shrooms. But it's really something to give a shot, and it's not just, you know, bow either. I mean, bowgun benefits as well, be it light bowgun or heavy bowgun. Both are good. And I think I'm going to show in just a little bit more granular detail exactly, you know, how I use the gyro, what situations the gyro is best in the training area. I do want to point out on this set, I got super blessed last night. I got a level 3 bubbly dance charm that I'll show off in a little bit what it does for you, but it's not just evasion, it is also constitution as well. It does some pretty crazy things. So I'm moving up my gyro a little bit, up to 15. I think as time, like as you get practice with it, you can probably make it more and more sensitive, but those are my settings right there. You can see, using the gyro, super easy to correct your aim. Like super, super easy. Smooth, natural, no problem landing all of your hits. You know, sometimes, you know, you might move your hands while you're aiming and you might go a little bit off target, but watch what the trade-off is. Say you don't want gyro at all. You have to like really pre-aim, right? And see, if you don't pre-aim, you just miss entirely. So, I don't know. I have been greatly enjoying gyro controls. I mean, I've been greatly enjoying bow. I've been going around back and forth looking at the different switch skills. Might be removing absolute power shot. Absolute power shot uses up quite a bit of stamina. I feel like just the extra damage makes, you know, the normal power shot a bit better. You can see, you know, just using your gyro, it's super easy for those small motions. You know, obviously big motions, you're going to use your analog to swing around. But otherwise, you know, use the gyro. Nintendo has done the best as well as the worst job in human history for both advancing and making gyro controls or motion controls popular as they have in making it so that people have a raw, frothing hatred for them. So just to show off Bubbly Dance a little bit. Bubbly Dance triggers after a number of rolls or dodges. You can just see, like, with it enabled, I think I'm able to get out two more evasions than I normally would. So it does seem to stack. In some cases, I'm not even sure if it's linearly or multiplicatively with your normal constitution setup. And of course, if you switch over to Dodge Bolt requires even less stamina, although it doesn't charge up your level at all in order to continue your combo. You can see here, even without Bubbly Dance, but now with Bubbly Dance on, how many more dodges you get. All right, so that's it for now. Check me out, twitch.tv/SDShepherd. Let me know down in the comments below. Will you use motion controls? If not, why? If you are using gyro controls, what are your favorite settings? What are the settings you use? All right, until next time, good luck. Have a good hunt.